UK's win over Vanderbilt yesterday was like any story. You had the plot, which of course was the game, a contest in which Kentucky led just about from start to finish, and then hung on down the stretch for a 74-67 win. But of course, in a story, there's the subplot, and that would be the wounded Wildcats. No Ty Wynyard, no Quade Green, and no Jared Vanderbilt. Kentucky is now 2-0 with only 7 scholarship players, but let's not forget the 2 teams they beat, a combined 1-9 in conference play. Before game time, people were speculating whether Jared would play. He was in full uniform and participating in pregame drills. Obviously, he would not check in. Here's Cal on life as a wounded Kentucky Wildcat.
I didn't know if Jared was going to play before the game. I was doing the board, and I'm just acting like he's not here, and if he is, if they are, they are. The problem with being injured when you're on my teams, I really spend no time with you. And sometimes, I want to say this out loud, I forget names. Like, I even forget who he is. Who are? Wait, what? Because I got to focus on the guys that I'm coaching right now. They got to get healthy and be ready to come back and be ready to go. And Jared the same.
Kentucky led about 90% of the game, but it got interesting late. UK turned it over and fouled Riley LeChance on a 3. He was 90% from the stripe and could have lifted Vandy to just a 1-point deficit, but he missed all 3. 5 SEC games down, all 40-minute battles. The guys say they are battle-tested.
We're really tested, especially in the last 2 games with them being so close down the stretch. But yeah, I think that's how it's going to be all season. We're going to continue to grow, and we're going to make strides, and we're going to be really good by the end of the season.
Every team's going to come at us with pretty much everything, so we got to be able to show that we're mature and be able to make winning plays down the stretch, be able to get stops on defense, and show people that we can actually win games in the SEC.
Here's a look at the SEC standings. Only Auburn remains unblemished, and what's crazy is the Tigers have the longest NCAA tourney drought in the league. They haven't been since 2003. UK and Florida sit at second. Those two will meet next weekend. And then UK's next opponent, South Carolina, down low at 2-3. And how about Texas A&M? The Aggies, who were a top 10 team in December, 0-5 in the conference and are in some serious trouble. The biblical figure, Samson, was known to have super strength and was even able to take down a lion with his bare hands. However, the strength only remained if he kept his long locks. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the exact opposite of Samson. Since he's chopped off his hair, his game has completely changed. Before the haircut, Shai seemed like somewhat of a role player, maxing out at 15 points in 11 games and averaging under 10. And oddly enough, he chops off his hair, and all of a sudden, he's the best player on the team. He's eclipsed that 15-point mark in 5 of his last 6, and has nearly doubled his points per game in that span. It's like he's a new player, and it's not because of the hair.
I'm playing with a lot of confidence, but it's the work I'm putting in, and I know once you work hard, it'll pay off, and it's showing.
It's been quite some time since the Kentucky women's team has won back-to-back games, and they'll have a chance to do that tomorrow. The Cats are fresh off their first SEC win down in Gainesville, and they now turn their attention to Vandy in Memorial Gym. Games at 7 o'clock tomorrow. We'll have highlights right here on LEX18. The Steelers and the Jags today. Winner gets a chance to take down the Patriots. First half, Jags already up 14-0. It's T.J. Yeldon. The Jaguars now up 21-0. Looks like deja vu between their first matchup, but there was fight in the Steelers today. Roethlisberger finds Antonio Brown one of his 2 touchdowns, but it was all catch-up ball today for the Steelers, and the Jags had just enough defense in them to hang on. Jacksonville is heading to the AFC Championship for the first time since 1999. They win it 45-42. We will be right back.